Hello and welcome to series 7 of my YouTube videos, and this series is about transition. And in case you're wondering, I am recording this on our boat down in Poole, and the sun has just come out at long last. So, do you remember your first day at school? Just imagine to go through all of that as a person who thinks differently from most of the people in their class, and nobody's told you what to expect. I've got 2 beginning school stories. I was lucky enough to spend some of my childhood in Africa, and my first school experience was at the Catholic primary school in Kitwe. They were the only ones who would take me at 4 so that Mum could get back to teaching. And I distinctly remember the janitor prizing this poor child's fingers off the railings one by one as she shrieked about leaving her mummy and going to school. But my mummy was a teacher, and she taught me to read before I went, and she told me that school was going to be a great adventure and I'd really enjoy it. And that's the mindset that I had when I went to my primary school. Fast forward to secondary school, and by the time we came back to the UK, I was too old to sit the 11 plus, so I had to be assessed by an educational psychologist to see if I was grammar school material. I was, but I started Harwich County High School 2 weeks after everybody else. They all knew each other from primary school. I knew no one. And when I was asked a question, I stood up to answer, because that's the way we did it in Kitwe Primary School, not the way they did it at Harwich County High School. And they all had briefcases, and I had all my books in a satchel. I really felt the odd one out. So there are 5 lessons in this session. Lesson number 1, secondary school is not primary school writ large. It is a totally different kettle of fish. All the neurodivergent young person's anchors are swept away all in one go. The familiar teacher, the familiar teaching assistant, the familiar dinner lady, the place to put your lunchbox, the routine at break time, the routine at lunchtime, the people that you play with, is all swept away. And the sensory environment. I remember my primary school in Africa smelt of wax crayons, sour milk, and wee. So it's not just a bigger version of primary school. And Dr Pooky Knightsmith's research, based on the work of Makin et al., published in 2017, suggests that routines and structures are far more important for the success of neurodivergent young people than their learning profile. And the 3rd lesson is masking. What do I mean by masking? Well, masking is what neurospicy young people do to fit in. And it can take the form of scripting, rehearsing what they have to say in their head, forcing themselves to make eye contact, mirroring what they think should be the way that they should behave, hiding their little habits and traits that soothe them, like bouncing their leg or fiddling with their hair. And the last one is forcing themselves through, even though they're absolutely exhausted. The 4th thing to look out for is the October half-term crash. Just imagine you've learned all these new routines, and now it's half term and there are no routines at the moment. You are in limbo. It may very well be that they just want to spend 2 days in their room, in the dark, under the duvet, just listening to favourite songs. If that's the case, so be it. Play it by ear. Don't plan any very strenuous activities, but do try and get them outside and doing something creative. And the 5th lesson is how important a role grandparents have to play in all of this. You have a unique position. Grandma's house may well be much calmer. Grandma may have more time just to listen without making any kind of judgment. So, if you would like to learn more, watch out for the next video where I will be exploring what grandparents can really do to help in this situation. And I will be doing a webinar where I'll go into this in much more detail. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.